This is the Estimating the Reproducibility of Psychology by Open Science Collaboration, and this presentation is by me, Sydney Hansen. Defining reproducibility can be the attempt to recreate the condition believed sufficient for obtaining a previously observed finding, and is the means of establishing reproducibility and of finding new data. That is the definition provided by Open Science Collaboration in the article I'm talking about. It is said that reproducibility of original studies is the core principle of scientific evidence, and it is not represented enough in the scientific community because of the bias and authority of publication, and it proves errors in studies, aka systematic errors, empirical errors. They can be shown through reproducibility. Now this study, the why in this study is that the authority should not determine the original study's worth and credibility. Status should also not credit evidence because it might be systematically wrong. Reproducibility should define evidence. The actual study they did is they replicated 100 different studies, 100 different articles, and 3 different psychology journals. They measured these values through P, and P has to be greater than or equal to 0.5 in order to be credible or powerful in the scientific community. Now, the results of this is the overall category of power, credibility, and effectiveness of these reproduced journals. And the overall percent subjective to replication is 39% overall. And the effectiveness is shown through negative numbers on this side. The negatives are deemed less worthy than the positives, and the positives are the original journals. They withhold the positive criteria. Now, within the power, in this chart, this line represents the 0.5 criteria that these journals need to meet in order to be proved effective. As you can see, the original journals can reach this quite easily, whereas the reproduced journals lack in that percentage. Same thing goes here. The orange dots are the reproduced journals, and they do not meet the 0.5 criteria that the original journals do, which is shown in the blue, which makes them significantly less powerful and credible as the original journals. Now, to bring to a general consensus of this article is that reproduced evidence is generally less powerful, shown through statistical data, and it is easy to deem an original study correct because of its authority in publication, selective analysis through scientific communities, and the authority in scholars themselves. Titles definitely help. Its overall consensus is that original studies are deemed more powerful than reproduced studies, and reproducibility in original studies should deem them more plausible because of possibly proven false positives through reproducibility. That is all. Thank you.